Hey, Ellie, if you're in here, can you let me know what mods do I have here? You're just going to be on hold for hours. Hey, Ellie, can you help me? So do you know what's going on here? Did you see the first stream? Sorry, it got interrupted. It's not going to get interrupted again. This is unfucking real, you guys. So we're headed up to some property up in Grand County for one of our homeless friends. We're trying to make some progress there and get that on the market. And my husband here is driving me up there so we can meet with some realtors. And we get pulled over by this First State Patrol car here, supposedly for doing 65 and a 55. Bottom line is, he's pissed because my husband passed him in the left lane because traffic was coming up his ass in the left lane. He was doing 65 in the 65, but he went ahead and pulled him over for doing 65 in the 55. Okay, so he takes a half an hour, takes his driver's license, his insurance, everything, goes back to the car. Half hour later, he comes back and he tells my husband his driver's license is suspended and that he's not going to give him his driver's license back. So we're going to have to make some calls because we need his driver's license back.
Sure. Supervisor's out about 20 minutes. Are you still good with that, or you want to? Okay.
So we're currently waiting for a supervisor from State Patrol to give my husband back his driver's license because apparently it notes that it was suspended back in September. Now, if you all recall what went down back in August, on August 22nd, my husband's 50th birthday, he got a ticket from a one dumb fucker, John Shaw. Yeah, remember that video? Check those fuckers out. Yeah, remember that video? Well, I have a feeling that Denver, maybe that cop, maybe the Denver police pulled some bullshit and suspended his driver's license because this state patrolman is telling my husband that his driver's license was suspended for failing a driving test. Well, my husband's driver's license is not expired, so he doesn't even need to take a damn driving test. You only take the driving test if you've had your driver's license like seriously under revocation, or you're getting a driver's license or a learner's permit, or your driver's license has expired and is up for renewal. And then only you have to take a driving test when you're like 100 years old. Look at how safe this is. Check all this out. Because this guy decided to pull us over to begin with for speeding. He claims that he's not going to give my husband a ticket for speeding, although he's holding on to all of our information, including his driver's license, which he says he's not going to give back, and the insurance cards. He hasn't produced him with any tickets, so we're currently waiting for a supervisor from State Patrol because we're not leaving without his driver's license. So, Ellie. So this is Colorado State Patrol. This. We think the issue is coming from the Denver Police Department. So do you remember that connection you made in the Denver Police Department? For starters, could you please call Internal Affairs at the Denver Police Department and get somebody on the phone immediately? They always answer. There's always a sergeant available to talk to you. And please tell them what's going on here, because there is an IA investigation right now on John Shaw for the bullshit he pulled with my husband. And remember, everybody, my husband went to court just a couple weeks ago, fought that ticket, and was found not guilty. Nobody said a word to him about his driver's license being suspended. So when you call Internal Affairs, Ellie, tell them We need to understand who suspended his driver's license. And I'm going to text you his name and date of birth. Schall, S-C-H-A-A-L. So I was doing that earlier live stream, but it got cut off. There was more information in there, but I'm gonna turn this stream sideways, so it's gonna show a black screen for a minute, you guys, and I'll be right back because I need to text Ellie his name and date of birth, and we don't have his driver's license number because you do have it. Where is it? Oh, okay. And I'm gonna text you. Okay, Ellie, I'm gonna text you right now.
Why? Unless somebody's trying to steal my identity. It's just amazing.
That fucking cocksucker did something.
It's amazing that this is all happening in September.
Oh, I'm pissed. I am so fucking pissed right now.
Don't need to be pissed at them anymore.
Well, I let into him like a... You know why?
Well, he stood here, and I said, so this all happened in September? And he said, yeah. And I said, so I guess we're just dealing with dirty cops then, right? You're calling me a dirty cop? I said, well, you're lumped into it. I said, when you embellish stuff, you lump yourself right into it. I didn't embellish anything. I said, at no point was I ever going to assist you.
Says he's not writing you for speeding. Okay, I'm back. Ellie, I don't think that's State Patrol's number, that 139. Okay, Ellie, I texted you. Did you get that? Yeah, Harry the cop here has confiscated my husband's driver's license because it's supposedly suspended. It got suspended back in September for not passing a driving test. So that cocksucker John Schall from the Denver Police Department is the only person that has had my husband's driver's license in his fucking hand since then. You need his driver's license number? I don't think you do. The Denver Police Department can look that up, Ellie, with that date of birth and full name. They did something. Yeah, good question. What gives them the right to keep his identification? Exactly. It's the only goddamn identification you have. Even if it is fucking suspended, why do they get to keep the hard copy of it? Where is it? Is it procedure or law? Whose procedure is it? Our day is ruined because of this guy right here. He's embellishing this bullshit about the speeding, and that's why he's not gonna write him for it. He knew shit was going south when the camera ended up in his face when he walked up to the car on my side. That was a mistake. Then I had to get out and I had to hike my ass up there to the come and go, up this on-ramp because I had to pee so bad. And then the goddamn Idaho Springs Police Department wants to add to this shit show, and they drive down this off-ramp coming the wrong way and then come onto the highway and flip up behind him. This guy showed up because he's an extra layer of safety. He wants to make sure everything is safe. So he's parked back there, you see. So that'll be the first car that somebody coming down the highway takes out. We have so many goddamn traffic problems in this state And this guy wants to pull over two Colorado natives who've done nothing but pay their fucking taxes their whole life, do everything right, play this government fucking game their whole lives. We're coming up I-70, one of the most dangerous stretches, as people are on our ass. He pulls him over because he passed him, and he got pissed. He didn't like it. Well, shit went south right away. Let me tell you that. He's currently on hold with DMV. Are you still on hold? Have they ever answered their fucking phone? That fucking place doesn't. You can't ever talk to a person. Does it give you an estimated wait time of 1 hour and 72 minutes?
Doesn't give you wait time at all.
You know how many people are breaking the law? If they're coming down this lane and they haven't gotten over, that's against the law. They should go pull them over. You're gonna pull over the next person that doesn't get over? Because that's against the law too.
Like whoever busy here.
Yeah? What are you busy doing? Standing here. Look at this truck. He just changed lanes right now from that lane to this lane. Look at this fucker right here. He fucking came from that lane, got in this lane to pass all that fucking traffic while they stand here. While they fucking stand here. And look, you guys, right there is the sign. Right there is the sign. State law. Move over for emergency vehicles. Yeah, while they fucking stand here. Seriously, we're all gonna die. Oh well. While you fucking stand here. All because of you needing to pull somebody over because you got your feelings hurt. Bullshit. Bullshit. And you know it. You know it. You were pacing traffic. And you got pissed that he passed you. What about all the people that were on his ass? There wasn't anybody? Nobody at all, huh? Look at this truck. Look at how fucking fast these cars are coming in here. Speed limit's 55, everybody. Speed limit's 55, and it's illegal to be in this lane right now with all these emergency vehicles. Look at this semi coming down, hauling ass in this lane. Look at him. Is he gonna get over? Kind of. Yeah, these cars are doing 55, huh? Here they come. See that hill up there? They're doing about 90. Here they come. They're gonna all slam on their brakes. While we stand here waiting for them to give my husband his driver's license back. Wasn't that pretty though? Check that out. That's a pretty spot. Everybody knows this spot around these spots. If you're a Colorado native, you know it. So supposedly, he's not going to write him a speeding ticket now. Well, he wasn't fucking speeding. And even if I cannot even believe this guy made the move to pull him over for 65. This is a fucking shit show, you guys. You have no idea. This I-70 up the mountains traffic to all our ski resorts, if you're not a local, oh my God, this is some of the most dangerous stretch of highway. And if you do not go with the fucking flow of traffic, oh man. But not him. He wanted to pace traffic in the right lane. We know what they do. First person to pass them, that's it. Yeah, John Shaw did fire 12 rounds. And they They killed that guy. I gotta put my glasses on and see where we're at. Hi, Bonica. Just see what's going on. Oh, he's got somebody on the phone from DMV. What are they telling you?
Somebody submitted a request for me to be retested.
Somebody submitted a request for you to be retested. And who can do that? Did you ask?
Yeah, police can do it.
Okay, but did you ask out of all
They
government
don't know.
agencies?
They don't know.
Somebody
She doesn't have
submitted. Okay, so DMV has noted that. So, hey, since you know all the rules and procedures and laws, who can submit a request for him to have to retake his driver's test?
I don't know that part. I mean, I could do it if I thought there was something
So
wrong
cops
with it.
can do it.
I'd have to have a reason for it as soon as it's driving.
Okay, well, who else can do that?
So it's
Oh,
an admin.
law
I mean,
enforcement only?
Judge.
A judge?
You know. I mean,
Okay.
Driver services,
How could driver's services do that?
Department of Revenue, they're the ones that issue your license.
Yeah, but they gotta have a reason. Somebody has to submit something.
Yeah, it depends on what the reason
So
is.
I'll bet your supervisor can find that out for us when he gets here, right? Thank you. Yeah, he shook his head yes. That's great. So we're gonna learn a lot today. I think Ellie could probably find out through the Denver Police Department's internal affairs if Denver submitted that request for him to be retested. The request was submitted on August 25th, everybody. Okay, so here's the recap. Back on August 22nd, you will see a video on my YouTube channel called Check These Fuckers Out, where a one John Shaw from the Denver Police Department gets his nuts caught up in his throat and decides to perform a traffic stop on my husband. Well, it was a bogus bullshit traffic stop. My husband went to court, won that charge, found not guilty. Today, we're driving up to the mountains and we get pulled over by State Patrol. Forget the whole speeding ticket issue for now. We'll skip that. It's irrelevant because now we're dealing with State Patrol confiscating my husband's driver's license because it's suspended in the system. Luckily, DMV answered their phone today and they tell my husband that his driver's license was suspended in September from a request that was submitted August 25th to have him retested. So we're waiting for a supervisor right now from the Colorado State Patrol to either give us some more details on how this came about, who did it, or give us his driver's license back since it's not legitimately suspended. I don't know. This cop says it's the rule, the law, the procedure to confiscate his only identification that he has. So we're in a world of shit here because of the Denver Police Department, no doubt. When they tell that person if they need retesting, well, not if you're a fucking dirty cop. No, they would not do something like that. They would do something deceptive, dirty, and damaging. Somebody submitted a request to the DMV and they wonder why the fuck we have nothing but contempt for them. John Shaw did take part in killing a man, you are correct. So Ellie, I don't know, I'm assuming you're probably on the phone right now. I sure hope so. Yeah, you can hear the speed of the cars. You sure can. Somebody would have had to sign something. We don't know that. We don't know what the procedure is. I wouldn't put put it past this state that a cop can randomly enter anything they want against someone's driver's license. I wouldn't put it past anybody to be able to do that. Dirty cops have a lot of good ways to really fuck up people's lives. Yeah, I'm sure it's just a coincidence, all those dates, right? No, the supervisor is here. Okay, so the supervisor is here. So we need to know who did this. You have to schedule a hearing at DMV. Well, then we need the rule or the procedure or the law that cites that they are to confiscate your ID. This is some fucking bullshit. So they're back there having a powwow. I'll let them have a powwow. I'll let them have that. Well, here comes the supervisor. You supervisor? Awesome.
I'll talk to him first, okay?
Okay.
I'm Sergeant Kessler, I'm with State Patrol as well.
Hi, Sergeant Kessler. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
And I'd like everybody's cards before you all leave.
no problem, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Yeah, I'm Sergeant Kessler, I'm with State Patrol. What's going on today?
Gum chomper, just like me. You know it. Listen up, guys. Listen up. I'm gonna let him have his conversation with him. And then we want some answers about rules, laws, procedures about confiscating his only identification. Steve, how are you? Check text. Okay.
Talk about before this, all this other stuff.
Hold on, I wanna keep filming. I'm gonna have to stop streaming. Check my text. Is it anything major? Can you talk about it right here? It's cold as shit out here. We're headed up to the we're headed up into the high country. This is I-70. This is the only way up into our mountains. And we are going to check on some property that one of our homeless friends has. We're supposed to meet with some realtors to try to do something good for the homeless. And my husband's driving. He gets pulled over. And long story short, there, Steve, it turns out that somebody suspended my husband's driver's license. Doing the same thing I'm doing now. This is why that cop did that to him, because I was recording you guys. That's why he did that to him. You guys should have body cams. Yeah, not till 23.
No, 22.
You guys are getting them in 22. That's really good news. So we got another dirty cop situation by the name of John Shaw. Well, the same dirty cop. So somebody submitted a request on August 25th to have my husband retested through the DMV. And since he didn't know that and failed to do so, they suspended his driver's license. Now we're going to have to pay a reinstatement fee. He's going to have to schedule a hearing with DMV. He's going to have to take more time off of work because of that fucking cocksucker, John Shaw. Or somebody very close to John Shaw in the Denver Police Department. Because nobody's had my husband's driver's license in their grimy little fucking greasy hands in all of history. No dirty fucking cop. I'm listening. He's getting better. Yeah, a random retest before license renewal. And yeah, his license is not expired.
So you fly?
Yeah, you're right. This is a cop this had happened to. They'd fix it in 2 seconds. Hey, James Freeman has a great video about Arizona's Department of Public Safety director getting pulled over on I-17. Ironically, we drive that highway a lot because we go to Arizona. It's dangerous as hell. So the Department of Public Safety guy in Arizona gets pulled over for doing 90 and weaving in and out of traffic. And then, of course, they let him go. He must have a conversation with him about why he got stopped. No. So we're waiting here for this supervisor from State Patrol who apparently came from Highlands Range to explain to us why they're not going to give my husband back his driver's license, his only state issue ID. You can't reach IA? Oh, really? They can't give you information because they don't know. He said he has to come in personally with a photo ID. Oh, shit! So the Denver Police Department, I got somebody on the phone with Internal Affairs. So Internal Affairs won't talk to my people. They want my husband to come with his photo ID.
So let's stand within what that does is that
That's funny, huh? That's funny shit.
now technically
You think it's funny what?
Came over to talk to us.
Why?
That's the nicest you've been to me since I had to stop. So
Well, I can't keep screaming because I'll go hoarse.
I know. I told you. I said there's no reason for you to yell at me.
Oh yeah, there is. You should have never pulled us over.
Okay, but we can have a civil conversation, can't we?
We could have.
But you started yelling at
We
me immediately.
could have.
That's what I tried when I
We could have
stepped
went and
up
had
there.
coffee too. We could have done a lot of things.
Or
But
could
you
have not
pulled us
yelled at me
over. So shit went south.
because you were speeding.
sure, and of course that's all. Of course, we have to deal with that no matter what. So that's the process for everybody. We don't give the driver's license back. I'm just seeing if there's any other.
I'm just opening the car door.
Okay.
You're safe. Okay.
So that's the typical procedure for us. I'll check to see if there's any way we can do something else, but otherwise that would be kind of how it would go. Now, are you flying anywhere tomorrow? Could you go to the DMV tomorrow?
Yeah, but I can't schedule a hearing for tomorrow.
Well,
you know how long
right,
that
but,
takes?
But what you could do, the other alternative, at least for
Yeah, he has to fly. We're fucked. I forgot about that. Yeah, he has to fly.
everything else, and then get the driver's license once you work out all the.
Yeah, we won't be able to work if he can't fly. I forgot about this trip. Holy shit, we're gonna be up shit creek.
2023. I wouldn't have to retest.
Can
haven't
I-
had an accident.
So
Can I tell you what I've learned?
The retest piece, because I don't know how that came about. I don't know if that came from Denver PD.
Can I
don't know if
interrupt?
that
I'm
came
sorry.
from
I got
the-
some
from the
information.
DMV. So I can't really speak to how it came about. What I can tell you is that there is a process for officers to put somebody in for a retest. They can basically say, hey, this person should retest these.
Who else can do that?
So you can do something that could be how it came about. I don't know. That's something you're gonna have to handle aside from.
Somebody's on the phone with Denver Internal Affairs right now, and they want you to come in with your photo ID, or they're not going to talk to you.
So anyway, that's you'd have to go in basically tomorrow, get an ID, and then work out everything.
He has to go get
The
another
whole-
ID.
the whole
He's telling him
reissued-
he's got to go get a state-issued ID.
The whole-
He won't have
you'd
a
have to go
valid
with the
driver's
whole-
license. Isn't this nice? He won't be able to work, everybody. This is fucking fantastic. You know what my husband does for a living? He drives and flies. He doesn't get to work because of a dirty fucking cop. And you know what? That cop won't be held accountable. You know that? His name's John Schall. Schaal. He's a Denver cop. And we were driving one day, and we saw him and 2 other cars parked on private property by a homeless encampment. I'm a director of a nonprofit that helps homeless get off the streets. That's what we're doing today. I have a homeless person who owns property up in Grand County. And I had an appointment with some realtors to try to get this property listed for a very vulnerable woman who lives on the streets of Denver in her truck during the winter. I need to get her off the streets desperately. She's 73 years old. So we had an appointment to go get this done. Now he's learned that he doesn't get to work either because of a dirty cop. Anyway, how it all started, we saw these 3 cops sitting on private property in this area where the homeless are, so we went over there to see what they were doing. And we parked on the side of the road on a Sunday. It was actually his 50th birthday. His 50th birthday on August 22nd. We were coming back from a day of doing things and saw this. And so we pulled over and I started recording those cops. And it was 2 males and a female. And I think they were probably doing things they weren't supposed to be doing. And John Schall got mad and pulled his vehicle off of private property, pulled up behind him, and turned on his lights and conducted a traffic stop. And then cited him for obstruction of the roadway. Impeding traffic, I'm sorry. First it was obstruction, then he wrote the ticket for impeding a roadway. He's the only cop that's had his driver's license in their hands for, I don't know, 10, 15 years, I'm guessing. He goes to court, takes a day off of work to go fight that. Luckily, he got a good, honest judge and was found not guilty. And now this. Unfucking real. So he told you have to go pay, get an ID. You can't drive, right?
He's seeing if they can do anything else. They're not going to.
Denver did that in hopes of pulling you over again. That's fucking exactly why they did that. They were going to get you for driving with a suspended license. This is some fucking bullshit. So that's why we lump all you guys as the same. We don't know who to trust.
We're all individuals. I've been very nice to you.
No, you're not. You're all part of law enforcement. We can't treat you as individuals anymore. We can't. You agree, don't you? Oh, he's laughing. Now he's laughing. Yeah. You think it's funny? Maybe you need to lose your job.
Tell me that you are trying to compare me to every law enforcement officer.
I do have to compare you to every law enforcement officer because you shouldn't have pulled us over to begin with. Fuck it. I'm not going to yell anymore. I can barely fucking talk. Ugh. Fuck. Holy fuck. Denver did this. They were going to try to pull you over again. They will figure it out when they start catching rounds. Look, you know what, you guys? I don't advocate for violence. I don't, because that's everything we stand against. That we don't want. We don't want this kind of fucking... This is use of force. We don't want this. You better believe I'm one crazy bitch. And that's all in a good way. So we're waiting this out. We're waiting to see what the supervisor from State Patrol comes up with, but he's already telling him that he's got to go get a Colorado issued state ID, which you'll have to pay for, and take a day off of work and all that bullshit. He wants, that cop up there just now was telling me he wants me to treat him as an individual because he's been very nice to us. No, he wasn't nice. He pulled us over. That wasn't nice. It was totally fucking unnecessary. He won't let me take a picture, Ellie. I already asked. You'd complain to DMV for allowing cops to do it and not tell you. DMV doesn't give a shit. Oh, trust me. I'll go through every single complaint process under the sun. Trust me. This will now be my new focus. Because he can't work if he can't fucking drive. Fuck with someone's livelihood. Didn't I get done saying that the other day? MLH, I don't know. He said he wasn't gonna cite him for speeding. I don't know.
I'm being cited for driving with a suspended license.
So he's being cited for driving with a suspended license. So he'll have to fight that. Then he'll have to set up a special hearing with DMV because of the suspension to begin with. They are fucking thugs. They're fucking thugs, you guys.
Okay, guys. So, as far as hole punching your ID, we don't even have a hole punch for you.
We got a hammer and a screwdriver.
So, like we talked about, Brenton, we're gonna go with the normal process that we do for everybody. Okay. But as far as getting everything fixed up, we talked about how you can go about doing that. And then tomorrow, where are you guys headed to?
We were going up to Grand County to deal with some property.
Okay. So
he can't drive.
You have a license?
Of course I have a driver's
Then you can drive.
license. What if I don't want to drive?
Then you got to figure out something else.
Like what? Can you give us a ride home?
Uber, friends.
You came from Highlands Ranch. You could drop us off.
Yeah. So you just have to do something like that, okay? Are you...
So why is that? Is that a law? Or is that just your
What's
process?
the procedure?
What's the procedure?
That's procedure. That's
So
I
it's
believe
not a law. So you can give him back his driver's
That's with
license.
Department of Revenue.
So it's not a law. So you are a smart supervisor. So you need to make an arbitrary decision on your own because of officer discretion and give him back his driver's license.
Okay.
Could you please do that?
I won't answer that right now. Are you good with him coming up to give you your paperwork while I make a decision back here?
Answer that
Are you good with that,
question.
Brendan?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna ask him why he won't give you your driver's license back? It's not a law. He can do that. Oh shit. Holy shit balls alive. We work to pay their salaries. We bust our fucking asses. We pay our taxes. We pay our fucking fines. We pay our $500 a fucking year in street sweeping tickets. We play the government system. And this is what we get. This is what my husband gets. It's gonna be on, fucking Denver. You better believe it's gonna be on like fucking balls to the wall. You're gonna give it back to him? Can I take a picture of it at least? Just give it back to him, please. Just give it back to him. So he has some
Come on
ID.
outside.
He's talking to you over there. That's dangerous as hell.
You want to snap a picture of it?
That's all you're gonna let him do?
And I'll let you take a picture of it. And then I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Is just cut a corner off, okay?
Right on.
So
You're making a good decision. You're making a very good
Thank you.
decision.
Yep.
Ma'am, I need to talk to him. Can I get your address now?
My mailing address is a 218 Custer.
It's a 218 Custer. Can I see that off your registration so I can just write it down? Thank you.
You gotta cite him for driving with a suspended license. It's fucking dirty Denver cops, honey bun. That's what it is. John Shaw's got a little dick. And those that support John Shaw. No, you know what? That copper to spit his gum out. We like
Is that
them
far
chompers
back?
on YouTube.
Can I get a phone
Unreal.
number? Okay. All right, like we talked about before there, it's just the driving while your vehicle or your license is under suspension, which is canceled to denied, so it gives you a summons to the court. Okay, it's going to be up here in Clear Creek in Georgetown.
Oh
It's
shit.
going to be
Now I gotta
January
prove to
25th to
Clear Creek.
27 at 8 a.m. Okay, all you're doing is citing the state. You'll go ahead and show up for that.
Holy shit. Don't you feel good about your job? You guys get paid no matter what you do or don't do. You gotta love it.
I didn't write you on the speed. Okay,
Because you
I
knew
think
you
I
were
was
wrong.
stuff. I invite you to go back and look at that. So.
Look at what?
All right,
You got
this
some
is
body
a
cam,
okay,
dash
ma'am.
cam?
Can I please talk to him?
Yeah, you
This is
can
called the proof of service. Basically, it's just stating that I contacted you about that, notifying you of the suspension on the license. So all it is you're accepting that I've gone ahead and done that for you.
What a shame. What a bunch of shit.
If you're doing X's, that's not your signature, sir.
He doesn't have to sign anything.
He does have to
No, he
sign
doesn't.
that, okay?
That's not a
It
law.
does. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I'm not arguing with you, ma'am.
Show him
Okay.
the law.
Sir,
It's not a law. to
Sir, you do have to sign
No,
it.
you do
okay,
not.
Because you're saying that you're not going to. Otherwise, I got to take you to jail on it. Okay, I don't want to do that. I just want you to
That's
sign
a
that,
bunch of
ma'am.
You
Okay,
are making
I'm not.
shit
No,
up.
I'm not.
Let's
okay.
do that. Come on.
You are.
Look, I'm
Let's
trying
show
not to
us
get
the
you to do
law.
that.
That is my
okay?
signature. That's
Is
what I
that your
do.
signature?
There you go.
Okay, if that's X is your signature, fine. I didn't go with
You
it.
are making shit up. You cannot take
I'm not
someone
doing
to
stuff.
jail
Yes, I
for
can.
not signing a citation.
A summons.
You need
Would
to
you bring
go
it
look
down,
up the
please?
law.
You need to, okay?
I
Would
know
you?
the fucking law.
you do
I
too.
know it. No, you
Good
don't.
goodness, ma'am.
Take him to jail then. You said you were going to
You're
take him
offering
to
to take
jail.
him to jail.
You're doing such dumb shit. Holy hell. He's telling him he could take him to jail for not signing a citation. You're a supervisor. You know better. You cannot take somebody to jail for not signing a citation. Tell him.
you technically can.
No, you cannot. Cite the law.
I can go find it.
Would you please? Please.
Well,
Since you're already here.
I'll call you with it.
No,
or
I'm
something.
going to wait. I want you to go find it right now.
I'll find it
Please.
for you.
Okay, thank you. Since our whole fucking day is destroyed, we're going to wait for you to find that statue. Thank you.
He's claiming an X is his signature, so we're going to go with that. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
See? You know.
I just said I was accepting it, though, didn't I?
No, you didn't. Not to begin with.
Not to begin with, because it isn't usually somebody's mark. That's why, okay? Down there under sentence, it gives you the information I gave you in case you forget anything. Do you have any additional questions for me? No? Okay.
Where's my insurance card?
I didn't take it out of the car. You guys have it. Yes.
No, we
Yeah,
don't.
Never take it back with you.
Isn't in the bag right there?
This is an old one. No, we gave you the insurance
I
card.
didn't take it back with me.
Then what did you do? Let it blow away? We gave it to you.
And I gave it back to you.
Is it in there?
Before I ever left.
It's not in there.
I didn't have it, okay?
Okay, this isn't it.
In 17 years, I haven't taken insurance back.
Come
with me,
on,
okay?
you took the damn insurance card. No, we're not done. He took our insurance cards. Look, these are not it. These are not it.
All right.
Come
you got
on.
I got it.
He sucks at his job.
You got it right there.
Oh, looky there.
All right, guys.
So I'm waiting. Go
Okay,
get that law.
I'll go grab that, and then you guys can take off.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, he can't drive.
Bring it.
Fuck. When did he give this back to you?
I don't know. I put it up there.
I want that law. I want that law that says he can take you to jail for not signing a citation.
Let's trade places.
Huh?
Trade places.
Holy shit. This is not gonna be a nice ride. He does not like me driving. My apologies, you did give him that insurance card back.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It was above the visor. I didn't see that, so I don't know at what point you gave it back to it. Because I
Before
gave
ever
it to
came
you.
Back here, I didn't take it back with me. There's no reason to. Okay? That's why I am honest. So, tell the
You
truth.
can't take people to jail for not signing a citation.
There's so much you can. For a criminal assessment, you don't.
No. Do you know how much this is going to mess up our lives? A lot. He's going to have to take probably 3 or 4 days off of work. Luckily, he'll still have that ID so he can travel. So that was a really good decision. So he can fly.
You can also use the transport.
He doesn't have a passport. I'm waiting for this law that the supervisor's going to come back here and give us on being able to take people to jail for not signing a citation. This is so fucked up. It's all right, honey. We're gonna fix it. I promise. I promise you. We're gonna fix it. Yes, we are. He's devastated. How long was this bullshit stop? What, this stop? I don't know. This has been well over an hour and a half. I don't know. Long I-70. He's getting me that law. So I wanted everybody's cards as well. So can I have your cards now too, please?
You gave them to the sergeant. I think you gave them to him.
Did he give you their cards? All three of them?
We'll give them to you.
Not suspended unless there's a DMV record of suspension. Well, there is. That's the problem. If you're going to tell somebody you can take them to jail, you better be able to cite that law that allows you to do that. Hey, Mike. Yeah, that's not true. And it goes state by state. They did give him his license back. They took a notch out of it, at least so he'd have photo ID. You can't, if he gets pulled over, it's not a valid driver's license. What kind of notch did he take out of it? Let's see it. Because usually they hole punch an expired license. They don't have an official hole punch. Oh, so he cut a sliver off of it. Okay then. Still has your picture, right? Is the barcode cut off?
Not at all.
Well, he'd have done you a favor by cutting off the barcode.
No, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This barcode is cut off. But
Yeah.
they used to scan it at the airport. So when I try to go to the airport to use that, I can't.
We gotta get you a new photo ID. Well, that law should be readily available that he could cite them that says he can arrest him for not signing a citation. Yeah, so this stream's been going on for 53 minutes. I don't know. I had a stream before this that was 10 minutes or so probably, and then I had a half an hour before that, before I even started streaming. So we're going on 2 hours here. Yeah, nobody informed him that his driver's license was suspended. Why are they going to inform you if they can make money off arresting you? This has been unreal. I'm like out of words. I did so much yelling. I was so pissed off. I can't believe this he even made this stop. Well, I'm gonna say it's better you find out from State Patrol than from Denver, because Denver would have taken you to jail. I guarantee it. That's what they were setting up all along. It's John Shaw at that hearing. He told the judge that my husband was really mean to him and he cussed at him. told the female judge, he called me a fucking asshole. And the judge agreed with the officer that she didn't approve of that use of language. I wonder why she didn't scold the cop for abusing his authority. Driver's license no longer means what it meant in the past. No, it's just a tool for revenue. That's all it is. The driver's license is a tool for revenue. Where do you come up with that, Rebecca? No, I want the statute that allows law enforcement in the state of Colorado to take someone into jail for the specific crime of not signing the citation. Yeah, well, Google's not Colorado state statute. It's not Colorado revised statute. So, sure, you'll get a lot of great advice from Google. That doesn't make it law. It might be in their procedure that they do that. That might be one of their procedures. But if they take someone to jail, they have to have a crime to charge them with. I should go ask him. So look, I'm just gonna walk up here to the side of his car, on this side, okay?
Well, on his side of the car, it's not safe.
I mean, not on his side, but on this side of his car.
Well, yeah, that's still in the lane of traffic, so I can't allow that. But you're free to walk.
Well, this
back
really
to your
shouldn't be
side.
taking him that long because
Okay.
if you guys are so sure about this law, what's going on?
We know the statute by the number.
How fast can you pull up statute?
If you have to find it, okay? So you have to bring it up into it.
You actually have to search it yourself.
Yes. Okay. There's a lot of traffic code. Okay? If you want to look at the book.
I
it's
know.
about this thick,
You're right.
so-
You're very right about that. You're very right
Yeah,
about
so
that.
I don't have them all memorized. He doesn't have them all memorized as far as what numbers.
But he
they are.
should be able to refer to it right off. I mean, it shouldn't be taking this long. Do you see how nice I obeyed your order not to walk over there? That's because I'm not stupid.
I never said you were.
I know, but that, even if I wanted to disobey you, that would be stupid for me to walk over there because it's dangerous. Because you pulled us over.
I just don't want you to be.
You don't want to have to clean me up off the side of the damn road. I get it. It costs money. I agree.
A lot of money thing.
You shouldn't have pulled us over. But you know what? I do want to thank you because here's what would have happened. I know exactly what's going on here. Denver would have taken him to jail because that's the shit Denver pulls. They were setting this up to pull him over in Denver so they could take him to jail. So because it's State Patrol, you're not going to take him to jail for that. So he is lucky for that. He is lucky he got pulled over by State Patrol instead of Denver. Totally.
Without getting in an argument, the only thing I would ask of you, okay, that's all because this whole thing started where you believe that I stopped you unfairly, is when you come back through here, look at the speed limits, okay, you see that it is 55.
We
That's all
know
I'm
that
saying.
it's 55 through Idaho.
It's 55 all the way down the hill there. From the time it goes from the Floyd Hill down, when it goes down to 2 lanes, so just as you cross.
So at the bottom of Floyd, it's 55 until when?
Okay, it's 55 from the top down.
Okay.
all the way through here.
It's actually 55 all the way past Georgetown right now because of construction.
Because of construction.
But this is
Here's
always
not
55.
constructed. This is always 55, has been on Floyd Hill too. That's all I'm saying, okay?
So-
I did not stop you because
But the digital signs vary depending on construction.
construction, atmospheric.
Uh-huh.
They have that so they can lower it when they need to. Okay? But there are also posted signs at 55. Okay? That's all I'm telling
So
you.
if you don't catch the posted sign of 55, so what you're actually telling me is this is a giant ass speed trap.
No,
Okay,
it's
I'll
not.
give you
How's
that.
it a speed trap?
I'll give you that it's a speed trap.
Well, how is it a speed trap? I'm interested in
Excuse me, just a minute. Sorry. How is it a speed trap? Well, when you can change the speed limit. We're Colorado natives.
There's posted signs that are actually, they're not digital. They have to,
And where are
have to
they
repeat.
posted? Now he's telling cars to get over. That's
Lower
good.
than this. So they're up at the top of the hill. They're down at the bottom of the hill. There was one just before I stopped you. Okay, there's multiple ones there.
But through that section, it is 65 at some points
no,
because of the digital.
no, they never bring it up to 65 now. Okay, it's always 55 through here.
Okay. You know, you drive these roads. He drives these roads quite a bit. He's back and forth to Grand Junction a lot, but that's fine. I'm gonna look at that. But regardless, okay. So what?
Okay, I'll explain my thinking on this. Okay.
Okay.
This is 18 years of experience. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, the way people drive is when we're going speed limit, nobody wants to pass us, and because of speed limit. But if I'm going below the speed limit, they sometimes get nervous about passing me as well. Okay. If I'm going the speed limit and somebody wants to go faster, and they go past me, and I let them go past me, and I don't care what the speed is, whether they're doing 2 miles past me or whatever it is, then that gives everybody else the feeling that they're going to go ahead and they can speed. And then before you know it, I'll have a bunch of people down here 10, 15 over the speed limit, right? Now you've asked, what's the difference on that, right? We put these speeds on there for a reason. It's to keep to where we don't have these crashes, and so that when we bring down the speeds, we bring down the injuries. So you may not be able to survive something saying you're going 20 over the speed limit, but you might be able to survive it if you were going the speed limit, okay? That's what we're about. We're about that safety, okay, and about abiding by the law. That's all I'm doing. And this whole thing would have been very simple, okay, until they came back that he had a suspended license. All I was going to do is talk to you guys about that, give you my reasoning, ask you to go ahead and slow down. That's why I did not go ahead and write you the ticket, because we're not writing an attitude ticket. I'm writing an educational ticket if I do that, okay? You find it funny, but I'm telling
No,
you,
I
didn't
don't
change
find
up
it
on
funny. I'm smiling because you're admitting it. That's good.
Yes, so I wasn't going to change it because you guys were yelling at me. Okay?
Well,
I
we
don't do
weren't
that.
yelling at you.
Oh, you were yelling at me, okay?
Okay.
You have screamed pretty much. This
No,
is the
I
nicest
wasn't.
you've been here to me this whole time. Okay? And I
Yeah. Well,
appreciate
this
it.
isn't usually how I don't usually talk this low anyway. So,
Okay, well, you guys were cussing and screaming at me when this thing started, okay?
well, not
So,
until.
I've got my cameras too.
Oh, you
okay?
do have one.
This is the mic. Camera's right there. Okay, so I've been recording since we started
Your
this
dash
as well.
cam.
Okay, that's all I asked from the beginning of this was to have a simple, calm conversation about it. Okay, I have no reason to go at. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to do anything. I've explained everything I possibly can to you, and I have had it to where you guys could have left a long time ago. and
Well,
I'm
we
still
would have
here.
left without the driver's license. So now we didn't leave, and now he got
He's
the ID.
actually- okay, he's doing something for you here. He's
No,
actually
he's
being very
actually
nice.
doing his job. He
No,
has
I was
discretion.
doing my job too.
Yeah, and you had discretion to give him back his license. Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did. He admitted it's procedure, not law. So you could have
It's a
made that decision
procedure,
too.
yes, it
You
is,
could have
okay?
made that decision. So
Okay,
anyway,
you
back
did.
to the speeding. That's fine. I get it. I know you have to do things like that. That's great. You shouldn't have pulled us over. There was no reason to. He was passing you because
Speeding. He's admitted that he
You
sped.
admitted that you
You
don't
admitted.
care sometimes if people are going 2 miles an hour or
No,
5
what-
miles an
I
hour
didn't say
over.
that. I did not say that. What I said was it doesn't matter what speed they go past me. Eventually, everybody is going past, and then the
So
speeds
you
continue
were
to go up.
pacing traffic.
I'm not pacing traffic. I was going the speed limit. Okay.
And there was nobody behind him?
No, there were people behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying.
So you
that
don't
they're-
think that's dangerous? Pacing
doesn't matter
traffic
what-
like that?
it's
We
not
do.
pacing.
And
It's
that's
going the
probably
speed
why
limit.
we were mad.
Okay. How is going the speed limit pacing?
How is you going the speed limit pacing traffic that's not going the speed limit? Because it's the flow of traffic and you're trying to
traffic.
slow it down.
I'm going the speed limit. That's what the law.
And you're trying to slow traffic
trying to
down.
lie.
Don't tell me that people don't slam on their brakes anytime state patrol is in the vicinity. He wasn't driving recklessly or
He
unsafe.
was driving. He was speeding.
And what damage did it do?
That's why we stop people before it does any damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's the whole
Because
reason.
we don't have any self-control. We can't possibly make good decisions for ourselves without you pulling us over. We don't know how to drive.
Say that.
We've been driving for 50 years. We've never had accidents.
You're lucky then.
No,
okay?
we're not lucky. It's because we're smart and we know how to
There's
drive.
crashes every day. There's fatals every day.
I get that.
Okay?
I totally
And that's why
get
we're
that.
here.
And it's
Yeah.
usually by people driving incredibly recklessly, and you know it's going on up here.
Okay, like I said, I've
Not-
been doing this for 18 years.
Not for
right?
going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. If that's what was, yeah. Well, we'll say 10 miles an hour over.
Yeah.
We were speeding. Okay. We were speeding. Here we are,
So you
2
pick and
hours
choose what
later.
laws you want to uphold. Is that what you're saying?
Say that again?
You pick and choose which laws you think are good and which ones are bad?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of bad laws.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speeding's one of them.
Yeah.
How is
According to
speeding a bad
you,
law?
I get that.
No, I'm asking you.
No.
Speeding is not
When
bad.
does it become reckless? If you are
Okay, two
recklessly
different things.
speeding, okay. So look, I had to go down I-25 the other day. Here's another thing with Denver and in the police department. They are so gung ho on this I-25 stretch in central Denver. I'm driving, going with the flow of traffic, doing probably about 70. Speed limit's 65 there, probably, and I look at my rearview mirror. I check my mirrors every 7 seconds. Front, side, side. I do that. And that makes me a defensive driver. I'm smart like that. So I look at this rear view mirror and I see these 3 motorcycles coming through 6 lanes of traffic and they're racing down I-25. And all of a sudden, on the side of me comes this Maserati. I'll bet you this thing was doing 120, 150 miles an hour, racing with those motorcycles. That's reckless.
Yes.
That's reckless endangerment. It is a good thing that everyone, including myself and everyone around me, saw that coming because nobody slammed on their brakes. Had somebody slammed on their brakes, there would have been a huge pileup because it was tight. Traffic was tight. I still give my 10-second rule in between cars. I space in between cars so I don't rear end somebody. I drive defensively. See, I'm smart, huh? Am I smarter than the average driver that you deal
I'm not
with?
gonna compare with other people. I'm just
You
saying-
have to compare with other people. You told me I need to treat you as an individual, so treat me as an individual.
Yeah, I'm not comparing you to other people.
Why not?
That's comparing you to a group, not a.
Yeah,
individual.
so is a group of people that you deal with usually, are they good defensive drivers?
Okay, you're trying to draw me into something on that. Okay,
No,
what
I'm
trying to
not.
say-
I'm just to
I'm
answer
just
my
trying to say-
question. Do you think I'm a good driver based on what I've
you've
told you?
me? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband's the same way.
Okay, but what
You
I
didn't
said
need to
was
pull him over. There's no
you
buts.
pick and choose which laws you like. So now let me
No,
ask you this.
not really.
Yeah, well,
I
let's
didn't.
focus on
Pick,
it.
I don't pick and choose which laws I like. I pick and choose which laws are unjust.
Well, see,
and
that's
you
picking and
pulling
choosing
us
then.
over for speeding in this circumstance is unjust.
So, well, that's you. The law states one thing, and your opinion is another. Okay, but do you agree that the faster you go, it takes more to slow down? It takes a longer time period to
Yes.
slow down. Okay.
Yes, I do agree with that.
Okay, so that's one of those things. And here, they have a more narrow area. That's why they have it down to 55. All right. When you get up here a little bit further, there's some tighter turns, and going faster
Yes.
causes a problem. Okay.
Yes.
That's why they have it 55. But you don't agree with that, so you're going to go over that speed limit because you feel that it's unjust.
I can't make that decision until I'm behind the wheel.
Okay, but that's why they made this decision here for you on the
I don't
speed.
need people to make decisions for me.
They're
And
letting
I've
you know
lived
what's
this
up there and
long.
stuff.
I don't look how long I've lived making my own decisions. I don't need people to make decisions for me. You ought to see the car I drive. And how well I drive it.
You sound like you're a very good driver.
I am. And that's why we shouldn't be here today. But
You are.
overall, I'm glad we are. Now that I've had some time to think about it, I am very glad that this stop was made by State Patrol. I am. Because remember, as I was screaming and hollering, this is the one agency that I ultimately do have the most respect for in this state. Really. And it's because of your demeanor right now. So thank you. And I'm sorry for getting upset
I appreciate that.
because you took it personal.
I
And
didn't take it personally.
okay.
This is the uniform. You don't
Yeah.
know anything about me. Other
No,
than
I
the uniform.
don't. That's right.
So that's why I don't take it.
And I just don't like cops. And this is gonna make me even dislike them even more. It just
Because we treat
piles
you
up.
nicely.
It piles up. It piles up. And people see it, you know? So at least you were a good show for State Patrol today. And your supervisor here, who still doesn't have this law for me,
Okay, so you gotta figure out
that's
what's
pretty
better.
complicated.
Okay.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And you've never used it, have you? You've taken somebody to jail for not signing a ticket?
But I'll tell you this. I try to talk people out of that because I don't want to take them to jail. Okay?
We don't have to sign
All it is
tickets
is
in
still-
Colorado. You gave it
It's
to
too
him. He didn't
Okay.
refuse it. He wasn't refusing it. You gave it to him.
No, he wouldn't sign it initially. He wouldn't give me the address.
He doesn't have
Okay.
to. I know that part. I do know that part. But I want him to prove me wrong. That's why I'm waiting. I'm willing to be proved wrong. Because I was wrong about the insurance card. All right, I got to get back in here. I'm freezing. He still doesn't have that lock undone. We just had a long conversation about philosophy around speed. Yeah. He's just doing it for safety. Because when you go around these curves faster than 55, it makes it more dangerous. He said it's 55 from the top of Floyd Hill all the way through here. But he says that the digital signs can change, but it's posted with other signage for 55. And I told him how good Devenza's driving. And he agreed. And I said, and so is my husband. They can take you to jail in what? They could take you to jail in Colorado for anything. Let's see it, Mike. Get that statute for me. Look, he's been back there for how long? 15 minutes trying to get me this statute? I want to see the statute. I'm willing to be proven wrong here. I have my book of traffic code, and he's right. It's thick as hell. I don't have a current one. but I follow legislation, and I would have known had legislation been added to do that. He said he wasn't going to give you an attitude ticket. He was never going to give you a ticket for bad attitudes and you're screaming and yelling. Jailing Americans is big business in capitalistic America. Who would have thought? But I did thank him, ultimately. I'm really glad that State Patrolman had to stop. Because Denver was setting you up to take you to jail. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Thank you. I mean, if they're going to say that, they should have that law pretty available, because they're going to have to charge you with that when they take you to jail. Well, where's the law for failure to sign a ticket? At least he's still here. I've been in this challenging situation before where they've just taken off. Like, you know, just randomly filming cops, and you ask them that question and they say, yeah, it's a law. And they ask them to find it, and they never do find it. They just leave. Perhaps just pay the fines, then go home and get dinner ready. Who's Andre here? Andre, tell us about yourself, Copper. Get dinner ready? You want me to make you a sandwich too? Yeah, I should demand they go to jail. I told him to arrest him. He said he was gonna arrest him for not signing that. Here he comes. He's got it. You got it?
Okay. So one
Prove me wrong.
Huh?
I need you to prove me wrong on this.
Well, one reference I have for you, honestly, is out of the traffic code. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I believe there's also some other place, and I can find it for you if you want me to email you. I'm more than happy to do so.
So you didn't find anything?
No, I didn't say that. I said that one thing I have in here.
What's the statute? Just tell me the statute. I'll look it up.
42-4.
42-4.
1707.
1707.
Subsection
Can you read that?
6.
Subsection 6.
Mhm.
Can you read what it says to me?
Well, so basically in here it says, in order to secure release, if you do not possess a valid color driver's license, the defendant, in order to secure release, as provided in this section, must either consent to be taken by the officer to the nearest mailbox or to the mail and mail the amount and penalty surcharges thereon, which he doesn't have, or must execute a promise to appear in court on the penalty assessment notice or on the summons and complaint. So, in order to secure his release, he would have to sign that. Otherwise, technically, misdemeanors are arrestable.
Well, we know that. We know all misdemeanors are arrestable, but you would have had to charge him for driving under suspension. You wouldn't have taken him to jail for failure to sign a citation. That's not what that statute says.
All right.
But you could interpret it the way you wanted to and take somebody to jail, and if somebody were smart, they would fight it, and
Would you like me to find additional information for you?
I would love that.
You want to provide me your information so I can email
Yeah,
you?
I'll give you my card. And I
Okay.
need your cards, all three of yours,
yeah.
please. So that statute, it doesn't exist. I'm gonna give him my card because I want him to email me the specific statute when he has more time to do more research. Look, I've researched this a lot.
Okay.
It just doesn't exist. I also pay very close attention to legislation, and I also have my traffic code book. I know, it's like this thick, the blue book. I have the blue book. It's not current, but I do read the blue book a lot.
Okay.
Because I have my own philosophies on victimless crimes and stuff.
Okay. Are you guys any more questions for me right now?
I guess not. And you
Okay.
came all the way from Highlands Ranch?
No.
I had to change the
Golden.
sergeant.
Oh,
We
okay.
changed. Yeah, we had to change.
Okay, well that's
Yeah,
good.
I came from Golden.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Thank you for giving him his his only photo ID back that he has. But I think you'd cut the part off that the TSA scans.
Well, anytime you cut it or something like that, it's going to be invalid. I just told him go get a
I know,
a
but
ID or
TSA
something.
can't scan that driver's license now.
Right. So,
And
yeah,
that
he
was
needs to-
one of the reasons you were giving it back to him. You said you were going to put a notch in it, and you cut the barcode off.
Well, he just needs to go get an ID or
Well,
something like that
yeah.
tomorrow.
Well, that would have been
Or
nice to
before he-
avoid
before
that.
he flies.
And he's got to pay for that.
Oh, what's up?
And he doesn't get to work. And you guys get to go to work.
Yeah.
And just do whatever.
All right. You guys take care.
You're going to email me, right?
I will.
Thank you.
Yep.
And in like a week, less than?
I'm gonna try to get you an email by tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
So if I don't hear from you, I can follow up.
Yep.
Thank you. Shit, the wind is blowing hard. See? Hey, everybody. We don't have a statute here that says you can take somebody to jail for not signing a ticket. We just don't. Yes, they could get stupid and do all kinds of stuff. They always do. They do what they want. You notice the words to secure his release. He wasn't running from him. The cop was standing right in front of him. He wasn't denying, even if he didn't want to take that citation, he's not running away. He couldn't find it because it doesn't exist. You cannot go to jail for not signing a goddamn citation in the state of Colorado. So for those of you that think you know that, you're wrong. It varies state to state. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to drive. They're all leaving now. Leaving us on the side of the road. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna end this live stream. I'll have to write in the description what happened. I'm not gonna do a recap right now. It's been fun. It's been a fun wasted day. We just learned that John Shaw's a fucking... Oh, that guy. Somebody submitted to DMV that he had to take a driver's test. Nobody told him. He had no idea. His driver's license had been suspended. State Patrol took it, gave it back, ruined it. All right. Okay. Ellie, thank you for at least making that call. That was good. We'll have to see what is going to come about that. But in the meantime, he'll have to take more time off work. He can't drive. And he has a job. Right? You wonder how homelessness gets started? Yeah, everybody, it's real. It's real. File a police complaint. You know how many complaints I have with the Denver Police Department right now? This one's going to get some extra special attention. Yes, we will work it out because we're smart, and I know this system. If you think about the average person, though, that they fuck over, people don't know how to play this game. They just don't. Yeah, DMV allowing it. It's a procedure. Our DMV is horrible here. Our Department of Revenue is no good. All right, you guys, thank you for being in here. I appreciate it. There'll be some follow-up at some point, but we're gonna go. Yes, Ellie, tell everybody to be nice to each other. Behave. See you guys later. Oh, trust me, I'll file a DMV complaint. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Carol. Bye, Steve.